Alright, welcome back to another Culz Reviews. This week we're checking out the 2005 American Masters James Dean Sense Memories. And it was released for the 50th anniversary of the James Dean crash, September 30th, 1955. And that's why we're reviewing this today, is because September 30th is this Wednesday, so we figured we'd check it out today and tell you what we thought. Alright, so as usual, I'm Keegan. Joining me tonight is...
Hi, I'm Andrew.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Matt.
Alright, so much like we did earlier in the month with the World Trade Center review, it's going to be really hard to actually review it because there's no real act. I guess there is more acting in this because it shows actual film from his three movies. But I think we're more going to just focus on things we learned and things we found interesting throughout. So we're going to start with Andrew. Andrew, anything you found interesting or learned?
You know, it was actually really cool to see that he didn't really go off a script. He just improv'd and he did his own thing. You know, it was cool to see his acting personality.
All right, Sam, anything you found interesting or learned throughout this?
I mean, I kind of learned a lot because I didn't know too much about James Dean, so I found a lot of it pretty fascinating to understand more about his whole being and persona of how he did things. It was pretty, I don't know, it was very unique and cool.
And then, Matt, what about you?
Similar to Sam, didn't really know much about him. All you knew was that he was considered a hunk, and he was a hunk, and I can admit that.
He was a good-looking guy.
Yeah, for sure. But, yeah, it was really neat to kind of find out more about who he was and what he brought to the table back in, his era of movies.
Alright, so this isn't my first time watching this one. So if I can try to think back to the first time I watched it, which was in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, right before my college orientation in Louisville. And I just remember I felt like I learned quite a bit as far as like some backstories and stuff. And I really felt it was authentic. Like I said earlier in this, you can really read or watch different documentaries and read different books. And it's a different almost story. Like they have those little, headlines you gotta hit, you gotta do this and this. But like the middle always changes. But I really thought, at least for this last year, it was really authentic and really cool just to see some of the behind the scenes stories or the memories that they had or like little details, things you might not normally learn. I know there's like James Dean Forever Young, which is more of chronicling his whole career and early life. But for his last year, it was pretty good. Alright, so overall, how do you guys feel? Like, would you recommend this as a good documentary or at least something interesting to watch if you want to learn more about James Dean, Andrew?
Absolutely. I mean, it almost made you feel like you knew the person. You got the feeling of the person. I like the documentary. It was a good one.
What about you?
I agree. It was definitely insightful and it was definitely really good. I would recommend it if you want to know more about James Dean as well.
Yeah, let's make it that 3 for 3 right now. Check it out.
Yeah, and I'll add on, make it 4 for 4. I would definitely recommend it. Another good one, like I said, is James Dean Forever Young. But I think it's really authentic, and you learn more of the behind the scenes and who maybe he really was, compared to something like the James Dean story, which was very theatrical. Obviously, it was made right after, so it played more in line with his movie characters than him. So I thought it was really good. Alright, thank you guys again for joining us on another Culz Reviews episode. Hopefully in the near future we can do a better episode on James Dean. But with the crash anniversary coming up this Wednesday, we want to do something in honor of that. If you want to see more Culz Reviews, click the link that's in front of Andrew's face right here. If you want to see more from us here at Culz Paranormal, click the link in front of Matt. And don't forget to
like and subscribe. And hit that notification bell if you want to get notified on all of our videos that we release. Make sure to switch it from personalized to all so you get updates on all of them. And have a wonderful night.
Alright, so overall...
Overall...
Woof!
That's a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Andy said yes, he does recommend it. That is
Yes,
our...
There was a dog agreeing to watch James Dean.